Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Colleen and last week you saw me do a pantry challenge video in where I attempted to make bread and it did not work out at all. The bread was soft and fluffy, but it wasn't right for sandwiches. It just didn't hit the mark. So today I'm trying to figure out what to do with it so I don't end up throwing it away or it going bad. So let me show you what I came up with. So I'm gonna start making the eggless French toast. I've got her recipe calls for 2 slices. I'm gonna use 4. I have this milk in the fridge that needs to get used. She does recommend a full fat or any milk alternative, a little bit of cinnamon, vanilla, and then the cornstarch will be what's replacing the egg. Go ahead and add my milk. Now, her recipe calls for 1/2 cup of milk. That's for 2 slices of bread. I have 4 and they're fairly thick, so I'm actually going to quadruple this. So I'm gonna do 4 cups of milk because I really don't want to run out of mixture. So for 1/2 cup of milk, use 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. But since I have 2 cups in here, I have 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. I'm gonna pour it in and mix it really well to make sure there's no clumps. And the cornstarch is going to act as our egg. So we wanna make sure it's really, really well combined. Now, I am very nervous about this. I have not made French toast that often. But the beauty is that with this, kind of makes you have to try something. And if it turns out bad, okay, it turns out bad. You've learned something, or at least you tried something new, which is what I love about these challenges. Okay, everything is mixed and well combined, so we're gonna go on to the next ingredient. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add our vanilla extract. It has a teaspoon for 1/2 cup of milk. So you guessed it, I'm gonna go ahead and add 4. Okay, and then it has a 1/4 teaspoon optional. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, but I'm gonna add 1 full teaspoon since I have 4 cups of milk. I'm gonna give this little mix. Now I have this all mixed, I'm gonna go ahead and dip my bread in it. And then we'll move over to the griddle. I'm gonna go ahead and dip my bread in and let everything get nice and soaked up. Okay, I had my griddle preheating and I put a few tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna let this cook on one side and flip. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So my kitchen smells really good. But my pan everything is sticking to my pan, even though I did put butter down. All my pieces are falling apart, but I'm very curious how they're gonna taste. Sorry if you hear my son in the background. He just got put to bed. He's not quite ready to go to sleep yet. So I finished prepping the French toast. Every single one of my pieces of bread fell apart. Pretty much instantly. But they all seem to have cooked through. So I'm gonna try a little bit. And they're okay. It's definitely missing something. And it might just be that the bread's not good or not having the egg, or I messed something up. I'm not quite sure. Alright, I'm at the end of my bread and I'm going to do something really simple and just make some breadcrumbs. And I'm just going to put all of this into my food processor into their little bitty pieces. Okay. So I've got all my bread in my food processor. I did tear it up to make sure that everything fit, and then I'm just going to pulse it until I get some small pieces. I made about 2.5 3 cups of breadcrumbs. So in my skillet, I have about 2.5 tablespoons of butter just melting. And I'm going to toss these breadcrumbs in, and you can leave them unseasoned, but I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of Italian seasoning. These have been toasting probably for about 8 minutes or so. I touched them, they're a little dry, so they're perfect. I'm going to take them off this heat and onto a cookie sheet to fully dry out. My house smells amazing. It's just bread and butter and Italian seasoning. I'm going to spread these out to give them a chance to fully dry, and then I'll put them in a Ziploc baggie until I need to use them. The last thing I'm making are some croutons. I've never made them before, but it doesn't look too terribly hard, and we just ran out. And that is my preheated oven. So I have cut the last of my bread into as even pieces as I could. I said about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to coat it in a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And then I'm just going to do these seasonings, some onion powder, garlic powder, and some parsley. I'm going to mix it all up and then bake at 350 for 20 to 30 minutes, giving it a toss about every 5 to 6 minutes in the oven. Okay, I've got all my croutons covered in oil and seasoning. I'm going to pop this in the 350-degree oven for 20 to 30 minutes. The croutons are all done. They look and smell amazing. I'm gonna let these fully cool down, and then I am 100% trying one. I'm not gonna wait. They smell delicious. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this interesting. I know I'm always constantly trying to figure out what to use any leftover ingredients with, especially with food prices just going up and up and up and up. No need to be wasteful if you don't have to be. My family did try the French toast. It was not great. It did not hit the mark. I am going to try it again because I do like French toast, even though I don't make it ever. So we will be trying that again, but possibly with some store-bought bread. I'll keep you guys updated. The breadcrumbs were great. My house smelled amazing the entire time I was cooking. I will be using that in the next few weeks. And lastly, the croutons. So far my favorite. I ate them as soon as they kind of cooled down. So good. And then the next day, put them on salads. We had some more of that tomato soup. And then my son just kind of had it as a snack. Like, he just kept taking the croutons off my salad and asking for more. So that's a good sign. So I know these things won't go to waste. And even though the French toast wasn't great, I still tried to repurpose something. I still tried something new, which is kind of where I'm at right now. Just trying to explore and figure out what it is I can and can't do baking wise, and tweak recipes, and just kind of pretty much just doing my best, doing the best I can. If you like this kind of content, please give this video a thumbs up. If you feel so inclined to subscribe, I do have a few more pantry challenges and other food budget challenges coming up, so you won't want to miss out. Well, thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.